Big changes are brewing in Bears Nation, and as Chicago fans, we all know the implications can reverberate far beyond Soldier Field. The stakes are sky high as we head into the final stretch of the season, and the buzz surrounding the Bears is intensified by fresh injury activations and roster shakes that could alter the course of our fate. What we're talking about here is a potential move that could redefine our team dynamic and maybe even shift the balance in the NFC North. Today, we're diving deep into a situation that might just reshape the depth chart and the ambitions of the Bears for the rest of the season. We have hints pointing toward a versatile player who's known for his edge play and has been a reliable part of his team's secondary rotation for years. This player not only brings skills to the table, but could also impact our overall cap strategy moving forward. And with control stretching through 2026, this is something that gives Bears front office plenty to think about. As the Bears grapple with their identity in the NFC North, the division that's been tough, with rival teams making bold moves and showing tenacity, it's crucial to ask, will this front office tighten up the roster to give us an upper hand? The ghosts of trades pass weigh heavily on Chicago fans who recall pivotal moments that either filled gaps or dug deeper trenches. With games against rivals looming on the horizon, fans are left wondering if this move will enhance our game plan against teams like Green Bay or Minnesota. Stick around, because later in the video, we'll get into this pivotal position, discuss the potential impact on our depth chart, and explore how this could change the financial landscape for the Bears. The anticipation is thick. This is not just any player we're discussing. We might be on the verge of a significant strategy shift that could reposition our defense against some serious competition. This is Bears News Fan Report. If you live and breathe Bears football, subscribe, hit the bell, and drop your take. The urgency and heart of Bears football are palpable at Hollis Hall as we inch closer to what could be a game-changing decision. Now, why does this specific profile make sense for our roster? We're talking about a player who has the capability to fill pressing gaps and adjust seamlessly to our current defensive schemes, especially on those critical third and long situations that could flip a game. Imagine the way this player might elevate our pressure on opposing quarterbacks and turn potential turnovers into game-changing plays. Contractually, this acquisition could mean so much for both our immediate plans and our long-term vision. The financial implications could reshape how we approach roster decisions down the line. As other NFC North teams gear up to make significant moves, could the Bears be poised for a counterstrike that solidifies our position in the division? In the competitive landscape of the NFC North, where the stakes are consistently rising, contrasting this potential move against what rivals are doing presents a clear picture. We're in an arms race, and every strategic decision counts. Without a doubt, this player also comes with tantalizing clues, such as recent performances that could prove pivotal in any playoff run. With signs pointing toward potential long-term viability, these factors make the prospect even more attractive for a Bears team that's been seeking stability in its current setup. Now, as we inch closer to sharing who this game-changing player is and how exactly this might alter the trajectory of the Bears, let's reflect on what the potential fallout could be. What if the offer escalates beyond expectations? What if a divisional rival catches wind of this move and decides to jump in themselves? All these possibilities remain open, and it feels as though Chicago is at a crossroads that could either solidify our future or set us back. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. The Bears are making a significant move in their roster with the activation of several players from injured reserve, including CB Jalen Johnson, CB Kyler Gordon, G. Jordan McFadden, and Pound Yalen Rees-Maben. While this news remains a rumor at this stage, the implications of these activations cannot be understated. Jalen Johnson, who underwent surgery for a core muscle injury earlier in the season, is poised to make his comeback, offering a much-needed reinforcement in the secondary that has seen its share of struggles. The same goes for Kyler Gordon, another second-round pick who promises to bolster our defensive lineup significantly. But what do these moves say about the Bears' outlook as they assess their roster and what it might mean for filling in other gaps? With Johnson and Gordon expected to make crucial contributions, it leads to questions about how they'll fit into the current setup and what long-term plans are in store for both players as they fulfill their contracts. As we look ahead, it will be fascinating to observe how the dynamics shift within the Bears squad and how these moves impact our chances against the competition in the NFC North. Will they be the game changers we hope for, or will adjustments be needed over the coming weeks? Stay tuned as the landscape continues to transform right before our eyes. The Bears season is far from over, and all we can do is hope that these activations put us one step closer to the playoffs. Bears fans, the shockwaves rippling through the franchise are palpable. And if you think this is just another curveball in a season of uncertainty, think again. This is a potential tidal wave that could rock the very foundation of Bears football. As we sift through the rubble of injuries and roster adjustments, the air is thick with tension. And every corner of Hollis Hall is abuzz with whispers that hint at seismic shifts ahead. Subscribe so you don't miss the fallout. It's coming fast. What happens if our freshly activated stars stumble coming out of the gate? What if GM Ryan Poles is eyeing a blockbuster that could upset the delicate balance within the locker room? Chicago isn't just playing for pride anymore. Every decision weighs heavily, intricately tied to our rivals' moves as they gear up with their own shocking deals. Picture this. The Vikings make a play for a high-profile cornerback just as we're looking for defensive reinforcement, sending our front office into a flurry of panic. Could we see tensions rise between veterans eager to keep their spots and newcomers looking to prove themselves? The clock is ticking with Week 13 approaching fast, and we're left wondering if our short-term goals align with a long-term vision that needs to be crystal clear. Rumor has it that the Bears might not just be satisfied with a small shakeup. Sources indicate that we could be eyeing a significant shift that would highlight our defensive strategy as the playoff picture starts to take focus. What if the new faces don't gel well with the existing crew? Could we inadvertently end up creating fractures in an already shaky foundation? As Chicago fans, we've seen tension run high during seasons of struggle, and we all know the feeling of our hopes dangling by a thread. Adding fuel to the fire, the return of our cornerbacks isn't the only story here. The collective breath of a city hangs in the balance as we dare to contemplate moves that could define our future. Recent reports suggest that the Bears are considering restructuring contracts to maximize our cap space, heading into next season, leaving us on the edge of our seats as we think about what that could mean for our current roster. Could we be preparing to kick someone to the curb as we bolster our roster with young talent? The intrigue continues to thicken. What would it take to bring in a seasoned pass rusher that can fill the void and ignite our defensive front? Every sense in this city is heightened right now. The icy lakefront wind cutting crispy through the air as fans contemplate the stakes of this season. When the roar of Soldier Field bounces off the concrete, do you hear the echoes of legends like Butkus or Ehrlicher urging us to reclaim our rightful place atop the NFC North? This isn't just a team. It's a legacy that demands respect, and every addition carries the weight of history. But will the Bears' ambitious moves lead us to a brighter future, or will they spiral into yet another painful chapter of our storied but troubled franchise? As we inch closer, we have to face the reality that some bold moves might need to be on the table, and we know how these gambles can either lead to triumph or chaos. The shifting dynamics within our team could usher in a new era of Bears football, or plunge us deeper into uncertainty. And that's where things get truly fascinating. What if a division rival seizes the opportunity to snatch away a player we've coveted, throwing a wrench in our meticulously crafted plans? Every personal stake makes the stakes personal. Playoff hopes hang by a thread as we await the crucial deadline, knowing that the wrong move could set us back for years. Would you pull the trigger knowing it could define the next decade? The dense air crackles with anticipation, and the city's heartbeat echoes through our veins, urging us to believe that glory is just within reach. The season isn't over, not by a mile. And as we stand on the precipice of potential transformation, dream hard because destiny could be knocking at our door, and we have to be ready to answer it. And let me tell you, I'm on edge. Just thinking about the weight of these decisions makes my blood boil with excitement and anxiety. We've been in this spot before, and I can't shake the feeling that this could either bring us the revival we so desperately need or plunge us into endless uncertainty. Stay tuned, Chicago. This roller coaster ride is just warming up.